Good morning, everyone. Hi, Becky. How are you? My camera's not wanting to do the right thing. I've been messing with it. I had to turn it off and turn it on. Hope all is well. You've had some great hauls. There's an echo. Does that fix it? Thank you for telling me that. Nope, it didn't fix it. Huh. Well, I hope that helped it. I have really enjoyed your hauls, Becky. Every time I see them, I enjoy them. I'm running two devices, but I've turned my iPad off. So I don't know. Like I said, I've had a lot of technical difficulties this morning. Hi, Kellyanne. You do not have an echo. Okay, good. Maybe I have fixed it then. Okay, Becky. Okay. So glad to see you here. I've been doing odds and ends lately. I decided to tea dye this the other day. Isn't that the neatest fabric? It came in a packet, and I decided to tea dye some, and I decided to leave some white. Well, I guess, Becky, that way I was open, wasn't I? Well, like I was saying, Becky, I sure have enjoy your haul videos. We were talking when I was with Picola and Tanya McGuire about your hauls and how we all enjoyed them. I don't know if your ears were burning or not. But we sure do enjoy them. Thank you. I was, as always, we watch Janet for something different and inspiring. And she was making these tassels, and she mentioned selvage edges. And I thought, oh, I'll make one of those. Well, then, oh, and I know that is so frustrating. Were you guys warned of that at all, Becky? The hours would vary. Maybe he'll soon be on a busy streak. But I was laying there in bed and I thought, let's use some of my leather laces to do these. Something different, and I kind of like that look. I'll tie it in a knot here. So if either of you need leather laces, let me know. I know Jasper mentioned that she made jewelry and that she could use some. I said, okay, because we know I have quite a bit. Hi, Leah. I'm doing fine. I am making tassels. I am making tassels. I made 3 yesterday. They're fun to make. I have them hanging everywhere. But these I'm going to do like Janet suggested and sew things onto them. Yes, Becky, I will. I will. And I certainly do. I made this one out of the selvage edges, and then I made this one as laces and just stuff in my scraps. And then I made one. Oh, and I put it in Lori's box that I'm collecting stuff for. Oh, that's important, Becky. I finished up my cookie batter last night. Greg's going to take it with chicken pot pie to two friends of ours, one that have had health issues. That was the one thing when I was diagnosed with cancer, we probably appreciated the most was when people brought meals. That was just, this is the one I want. I want to finish this one with the selvage edges because it's different. And I'm going to sew things to it. So I've got buttons and I've got beads. I've got whatever I want to use for it. And I thought lacy things would be fun as leftovers, with these selvage edges. So now I got to find the needle edges to add. I was so happy to learn about Chanel needles. I didn't know there was such a thing. And I learned that makes slow stitching so much easier. Oh, don't we, Leah? I did too, Leah, and I signed up for that. Both of these ladies have had some just real hard time. One is getting chemo for like the 2nd or 3rd time. And every time I take pot pie over, she said that's the best pot pie I've ever had. Her husband used to be Greg's boss. And then the other one just had quadruple bypass surgery and isn't healing as quickly as they would like. And so really and he worked with Greg at the insurance agents. And both of these ladies are unable to cook. So I guess this is more for their husbands than them. But, it's still necessary to do. Chanel needles are needles with a big eye, but they're short needles. Therefore, they are very easy to thread. I had never heard of them, and I wondered how people were threading ribbons and all this thick stuff through the eyes of the needle so quick. Well, I just figured it was, operation error. And then somebody mentioned a Chanel needle, or I read it or something. And I watch a lot of Susan Taylor Brown, and I watch a lot of Tanya Sepko. Sonia is in Australia, and her beadwork is unbelievable. Absolutely. She'll make beaded little coin purses or little flap over type purses, all out of bead. She starts with fabric and then beads on it. And so she's such a delight to watch. Isn't she amazing? I can just watch and watch her, and the stuff that comes out, I'm going, that was by hand. I just love her. In fact, she was my first slow stitching person that I started watching. And then I found Carol at Canadian Artist. And then I found Susan Taylor Brown. And I don't watch every single thing they all do. But when I'm needing inspired, they're my go-to people. I rewatch a lot of Carol's, especially her videos. I have to say, Lizzie's the one that got me back into it. I knew embroider stitches, but let's get rid of that big pair of scissors for this little bitty thread. But they were the ones I was watching her. And then I have beads in here. I have beads. Now, seed beads I bought, and Becky, you'll be maybe my expert here. Well, Kellyanne, you too. Kellyanne, maybe you're the one that mentioned the Chanel needles. I don't remember, and that's bothering me because I can't give credit where credit's due. But okay, you have seed beads, and I got some beading needles, but man, those eyes are tiny. So my question is, do you just use one embroidered floss? Oh, okay, Kellyanne. Well, I found them at Hobby Lobby, and I think you know the route to there. If not, I'll give you directions. But I don't know the best to use. Do you do beading, Kellyanne? I know you do beautiful embroider. But anyway, let me go get them, and then I can show you. Okay. Hi, Gail. Oh, Gail will know too. Okay, these are Chanel needles, and I could have just gotten a little package. But yes, they're the big-eyed needles. And but they're also short. Can you see that? So it's real easy to get like your thinner ribbon, like this kind of ribbon in it. See how easy that is to thread, but it's still short. The thing is, no, I can't string beads with those. But I can thread them easier. And these have different size holes. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Okay, that's fine, Big Mama. So, but my regular embroider needles, with regular beads, I'm good. What I don't know is those seed beads, what kind of needle I need for them. And if any of you know, please let me know. Because, I hate buying needles I'm not going to use. Not that they're that expensive, but still, who wants them around? And if you're like me, once they come out of the package and go on my pincushion, shoot, I don't remember what they're for. Need size 10. Bead weaving. Needles. And use weaving thread. Oh. Now, is that the needles that split? Gail, you made me feel better. Thank you. But I will know these Chanel ones because they've got a big eye on them. This just has a regular eye, which is fine if I, needle and thread. And you only use thread that's designed for beading. Okay. Well, I didn't even know to look at that kind of thread. Now, this is too small for some of these beads, and that's why I'm just changing them. It works for the majority of them, but you know how some of the beads are tinier than others. And do you get that with other slow stitching embroider thread? I love having you experts because we can all learn together. Yeah, exactly. And I have a lot of those too, so it's good. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kellyanne. That's what I needed to know. And I'm no hurry for it. I have very few seed beads. So it's not like I'm going to be making it. But if you've not watched Sonia Sepko, she is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And fun to watch. And this lady can bead on her lap in a chair. I've tried doing it that way, and I can't. But I thought this was such a fun idea that Janet had. And then somebody had the fun idea of, when you need something, you can just snip. Oh, so you just keep them separately, yeah? Inquiring minds need to know. So this is what I was doing yesterday afternoon, and then Paint Girly came on. And I wanted just to sit and relax and watch her. Back to my chair. And then while she was on, she was working on journals. And I thought, oh, I want to do that too. And so I left the comfort of my chair and came in and watched her. She always has good lives. And she mentioned, no, yes, she's the one that mentioned Al Johns and the wax. Mary, I think, called her Amy. Well, I went to her channel laying in bed. Oh my, if that's not a fun little channel. She was making her own waxes. And I thought that was quite amazing. And fun to watch. And I thought, oh, wouldn't little Miss Emerson enjoy that? Well, hello there, Ray. How are you? So glad you stopped in for a visit today. Okay, so I've got some beads. I've got that button. I've got some of this kind of stuff with appliques, and I wanted to put on some of these like little flowers I've cut off of stuff. Might do that with little French knots. Or I could do it with little beads. Oh, so sorry. Let's do these little silver beads. I will not be on, and I'll say this 2 or 3 times. I'll try and make some videos ahead of time, so I've got them up next week, but we're leaving Saturday for our Caribbean cruise, and we are going offline while we're doing that. So I will not be making a video while I'm gone. Okay, Leah. So if you should look for me next Tuesday, I believe that's when we're in the Grand Caymans. We're going with another couple for 7 days. So I'll be out of the loop for a little while. Well, this is easier said than done. Thank you. Yes, looking forward to it. This is our second cruise. Our first one was to the Cayman Islands with the same couple. And then It's really our first big trip with my health issues. So, we'll see how I do. I'm really wanting to be able to do an Alaskan cruise. And I have to be able to do these this is closer before flying out to Alaska or driving out there. So we will have to see. Yes. Well, and Ray, I'm in Florida. So, we already have nice and warm and sunny, but it's going to be even sunnier and warmer and nicer. Greg and I both really enjoy water. Um, we enjoy boating and being around the water. I know, Ray. On my bucket list. Okay, now let's see. Let's do something up here above this flower. And I have no particular thoughts in mind. I have no particular, let's get a bow. Some bows would be fun. If you guys think of anything I could put on this, please say so. That's why I named this Use Your Staff. If you're like me, I make a head. And then I have this stuff, and then it's like, instead of making more, let's use what we got. Yes, and that's what we are doing one day. I can't tell you exactly which day. And I will take pictures. And I sure hope we see some. We're also going to do some big we're also going fishing, I believe. I'm not getting those tight enough. I don't know why not. They feel tight when I'm doing them. Oh, glad you're back, Kelly. Welcome back. Okay, let's put I'm going to put something on the end of these. These are my seed beads. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot. Okay, here are. Anybody else had the biggest fear of spilling all the beads? Loves fishing. My husband likes to fish, but he is more the hunter than the fisherman. Now, he's done the deep sea fishing. I have not. So we'll see how well I like it. He's got a friend that comes down. I guess he's been down twice, and they go to Orange Beach. And so he goes over there and sees him and does the fishing. My son has not been. So that might be something the two of them will do someday. But now Jackson's big enough, he's going to want to go too. That's just too short a thread for that bead. Now, does your husband Ray do a lot of um, river fishing or lake fishing? What kind does he usually do? I don't know much about Georgia to know what his favorite would be in the water. Well, these are not going, they're just going to hang. Let's put on some other bows. I getting so much here on my desk I can't find anything. Now, do you go fishing with him, Ray? Oh, has he? Lake freshwater. Up on the farm, we have a creek and we also have a pond. And years ago, we even raised fish. My husband's major in college was wildlife and fishery. So he raised some. And if that wasn't fun, my son would have been little. And we'd go down there and feed them. And it just looked like the water was boiling as they all came up to get the food. And we mainly did it for fun. They were caged when they were little. And then we sold some to our local campground. Um, and then we turn them loose in the pond once they got big enough to be able to survive out there. I don't remember if they were, I think they were catfish. Catfish or bluegill or bass. Oh, really? Oh, what a happy memory. My grandpa didn't do much of that kind of stuff. Do you guys all know how to make a tassel, or is that something you want to see? I'm assuming those of you in here know how, but I can certainly make one if anybody doesn't. I'm just trying to use up my stash. But if somebody does not know how, please speak up. I don't think I said welcome to the replayers. I'm so glad you're here. I hope all of your days are going well whenever you get the chance to watch this. There, that should make that bow on there tighter. Oh, it was your dad's thing. You didn't enjoy it. Now, does your husband go fishing? Okay. I am. I'm not into much of it either, but now Jackson, that little guy's into anything you hand him. You hand him a ball, he's into a ball. Yeah. Give him a four-wheeler, he can go four-wheeling. As long as it's outside, he's there. Um, give him a swing set, he'll climb it and play on it. Loves tools and building. They're likes the goats and the hogs. They just got their 6-week pigs that they'll raise to show at the fair. Good morning, Joni. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. I enjoyed watching your die cutting. I want to know, Ray, how you keep from laughing nonstop when you're with Lizzie. She is such a fun hoot. I was watching her last night felting on that wool felting. I thought I was going to lose it. Oh, did she? I like my flower gardening outside. I just can't do it right now. Um, love watching my birds and all that kind of stuff. Last year I put out bird feeders, not thinking, and they didn't come and they didn't come. And then I realized that for conservation purposes, we had a couple acres of just sunflowers for the birds. Needless to say, that's probably why they weren't coming to my birdhouse. Or my bird feeders. Okay, I've got some of those on there. Let's just do some pretty fabric on the end. I think was one of Janet's ideas. Have any of you guys done this with the tassels? I enjoy. Lizzie was really the first one I started watching. Um, I just love her. I was watching her before I found Lives. And whenever it said Lives, I didn't watch it because I didn't understand what it was. And then I watched one of them, and that was neat. I don't know why I didn't the first ones I saw. And then I've been hooked ever since. Now I think it was somebody, I think, was it Beth maybe? I don't remember, who said she had to quit watching her because she was enabling her. Oh, that would be neat. How did you two just get to talking and got close that way? But bye, Gail. You go get your groceries. Have Tom unload them for you. You be careful that knee. Next week's your big day. I would love to be Lizzie's neighbor. I think that would be fun. I could take her chicken pot pie. Take Papa cookies. So, Joni, what are you and Boo doing today? Are you doing school now? Or is this your break? This is going to bore y'all to death if I keep doing this here on screen. I just wanted to give you an idea of all I'm using are scraps. And stuff that stash, I should say, instead of scraps. But here's some of my ends already done. I've got more I can do. I can add up. It's fun to do. I have to say, it was a great idea that Janet had. Here, let's put this little lace on top of the fabric. And then a big bead. Oh, she's getting to do school with Grandma. Bet she just takes that. Jackson doesn't like doing school with Nana, but M does. I think Jackson likes Nana just to be Nana. Oh, I bet they would, Joni. What a cool idea. Are you macrameing them or crocheting them? I bet Boo will enjoy the dream catchers out too. Okay, I'm going to stop on this. I'm sure you guys are getting tired of watching all that. I'm going to work on, I'll show you and work on my library journal. Move these out of my way. I don't deep clean anymore. My husband did start on the windows, and I need to sweep and scrub the kitchen floor. He's going to be gone today for a little while. So if I get off this in time, I may sweep and scrub my kitchen floor. He's outside so much. I hate to do my kitchen floor because he's in and out. You know, it gets so hot, and then he comes in for something to drink. Well, he can't come in because. Doesn't that sound cool, Leah? Okay, this is my library journal. For anybody that doesn't know, I was a librarian. I was a teacher for 35 years, and the last 6 of it, I was a librarian. And so I wanted to do a library book journal. So I've been collecting. So this is my cover. Last night I did waxes, and I put letters in them, and that spells books. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, do Joni. So that's his books. This is a 1897 envelope that my mother-in-law had. Here's a miniature book card. You know, when you check out the books, I can't think of what it's called. And then I had some old lace I coffee dyed, and vintage doily. And then I found this in one of my little drawers, and it's a lady reading a book. So I added that. And then this ink and quill, and it says Once Upon a Time. And then I did library, Dear Diary. And this is from 1884 envelope. I just love the script. I just think that's so cool. Thank you, Joni. And then this is some fabric I bought when I was with Tanya. It's going to be ribbon. Oh, what a good idea, Leah. Otherwise, they fade so quick. Now, Leah, does that keep the birds from stealing parts of it for their nest? And then these I coffee dyed yesterday. And here's a book picture from a children's book, a stamp. This I coffee dyed and stenciled. This I did ink stain, you'll see it. And then I put this on it. And then I sprayed it with distressed ink. And I laid it. And this white is where the ink was. And this just a little tack. I'm far from finished with this. And that's that I sprayed, and then I have a book stamp. I thought a comic strip would be fun. Some feathers. Then I have no idea where it came from. It was in my stash. This Wizard of Oz page. It's not cardboard. I don't remember what it's called. This kind of stuff. I don't know what it's called. Oh, okay. You're making Dutch apple pie. Good, yummy. And then, so this is an ode to the Wizard of Oz. I've got some of these little movie things because I know I had movies and books to movies in my library. This is the one, another one of those that I sprayed funny. And then here's the leaves. This is the alcohol ink. And then I put on it. And then where this red was, the distressed ink didn't come up. So I thought that was real cool. There's coffee filter and some vellum and another video newspaper article here. And I have several of these. Chipboard, thank you. It's another one I dyed. Here's some dyed deli paper, I think it is. And here is, this is 1886. So I'm going to put that, I think, here. So let's just do that. I wouldn't have thought of chipboard to save my life, Joni. Thank you. I call this Let's Use Our Stuff, because that's the stuff I don't do. I just kind of leave it all. Well, I do use it, but I don't use it as much as I probably should. So we're going to make this a pocket. And then I want something to stick inside this, because we had a lot of CDs and stuff. I was a librarian back in those olden days. So I'm trying to think of what I want in here. I've kind of thought of, making a collage. I just pulled this paper, but say, you make a collage, a circular collage, and stick it in there. I might have a postcard. I just thought of that. Let's see if I've got a good postcard that will go artwork. That might work. Yes, I have lots and lots of vintage postcards. Well, now I could do something like this. I mean, it's not big enough. And go this way. That's an option. These are all too small. What's that? That's old and neat, isn't it? Like they've got their little books. I might try and figure out a way to use that. But when I think of the library, I think of written word. What's in this? You are Wonder if that would fit. Wouldn't that be cool? You are to point the to your Valentine. You are pointing. No, that's the. Not sure what that's supposed to say, but look how that fits in there. Might have to do that. Look at that picture. Sweet baby. Oh, I like that. Don't talk about your neighbors. If your tongue needs exercise, chew gum. Okay. Ooh. See, these are old. This is 1902. I love how they write the name, the city, the state. And Lawn Ridge is now only a cemetery. What's this one say? Don't talk about. Oh, that's one I read. Talk about a healthy spot. This beats them all. Mosquito. Now what's the matter? I'm not seeing a library though, but I am seeing some written text. And some of these I might put in and just leave as is. This one is 1952. So that house up north is just full of this kind of stuff. So let's see what we can do. I do like that Valentine there. You know, the librarian is the keeper of all old things. I could do this and make this a tuck. Excuse me. What you think? I want it to be able to come out. So I'm not going to worry too much about keeping that in perfect condition, but I am going to glue that down. Okay, Joni. Let's see, where was that? There we go. Yesterday we got taxes done. That's always, a treat. Let's put a stamp. I've got this fabric I'm going to use for the tie. That's more fabric I got when I was with Tanya. And we were out and about. I'm trying to do this in brown inks to give it that older feel. That work as a pocket. Well, that's got writing on it, so maybe this could be the pocket. Kind of like that artwork. As you can see, I don't spend hours making up my mind. I admire those people who do because their ideas are wonderful. Okay, that's going to go inside it when it dries. I am going to just glue this down on the page. And I'll make some pockets that I'm going to decorate here in a little bit. I hope my internet's working and this isn't too blurry. It may be, and that may be why people have left. And then at this time of morning, many just have other things they need to do. I know Lori and I were talking, and she's had a toothache for the last few days, so she is going to the dentist today. That's awfully important. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to leave that there. It's old, but that's a way of saving it, I believe. I love this paper. Oh, I'll be back. Yep, there I am again. I don't know what I want to do with that. I love this. Now what's the matter? Isn't that cute? What year's on it? 1942. Maybe that needs to go in a pocket. Now let's make a pocket. If any of you have suggestions, please feel free to chime in. I got this maybe at the market, and I just love it. So what are y'all working on? Anything new and exciting? Anything old? Any big projects? All right, so that's there. Now let's do something here. We've got a lot of blue, so we could add this blue. And it's a black and white picture. So maybe need a little grungier. Ooh, what about something like this? Ooh, I like that. I thought maybe I need to couch those instead of, I had a lot of fun at the play date with Tanya and Helen. I've got a video uploading about that. We had so much fun. And then we exchanged goodies that we had brought. Tanya is wanting to do some digitals, so I took some digitals over. And then let's put a word. If I can find a cool word. Well, move your feet. Oh, does that not go perfect with that? Tanya gave me these large print books so that you can find, word lines from text or different words that you might not have. Oops, that one's not going to work now. You have to move your legs. So we're going to cut this because tearing it's not working. I don't want that she gave her leg a kick. That doesn't sound like a good big sister. Though I'm sure she was feeling like it. All right, so I have to find my dauber. There it is. Okay. You have to move your legs. Find them a paste. And there we go. I just think that's perfect for that. Okay, so we're going to stick this back in there. And that goes there. This goes in here. But I could, where's that lace I just had? Would that go here? I think it will. I let's go turn on my glue gun. Got all about it till now. This would have been easier, wouldn't it? That's an oldie. I don't know how old, but I know it's an oldie because on the back it said it, the date. It's a postcard, I think. And then let that dry a minute. Do I need something down here? There. And we'll put some bling right there. I think this lady would appreciate some bling. And there we go. And I'm just going to let this hang down. I want to do something with this, but I don't know what. If any of you would write in the comments some way I could incorporate this. This is old by time. I didn't coffee dye or anything. This Master George Rebel would have been my husband's grandfather. This says 1806 on it, but that can't be right. That must be a 9. AC would have been his great grandpa. So anyway, if any of you have an idea for that, in 1906, it's still over 100 years old. But if you have a great idea for that, let me know. I think I'm going to, I've got a good stopping spot. So I think I'm going to stop here. I had some other things I was going to do, but this is just a good stopping point. So I hope you all are doing great. I hope this finds you doing well. And I really hope that you always remember you have a purpose. Bye for now.